semi-overly long intro, but
Good, give me
necessarily
time to log in.
necessarily a
Are you
necessarily
saying
long intro.
unnecessarily? Okay, that's what you
No,
were
no,
saying.
no, no, no. Actual necessary.
You've
Ellie.
got this.
He
It's
does
like
not got this.
it's like unnecessarily, but you take out the un because it's
Yeah, so
necessary.
just take out the un and then just pronounce it.
A necessarily long intro.
By the way, because you're saying that it is an a necessary long, but you're pronouncing the a as so you're saying unnecessarily. So you're still pronouncing it
Damn you,
unnecessarily by accident.
English!
Can you pronunciate sin?
No, my tongue is too big.
And unnecessary.
Unnecessary. Anyway, hello and welcome, dear patrons, to the Tables of Tartarus, a chapter of Purgatory Corner. Today, our storyteller is Corin, who is playing Jump for this Jumpchain. And today we shall be continuing the tale.
That ain't you.
Yeah. Today we shall be continuing the tale of Free Jumpchain RWBY Terminal Season after a month of not doing it, even though we have a boss fight to encounter. So come on in, take a seat, and let your imagination run free. And a big shout out to our $3 patron, Pastry Boy Fritter. If you guys want to also be shout out at the end of our beginning and end of our videos, as well as be able to add in NPCs to any of my campaigns, or up to even the BBEGs, if you get later tiers and stuff like that, feel free to go check out our Patreon. You can also see our how the fuck do you spell that? Patreon. There you go. Before you check that out, you guys can also do stuff like see our writings and other books and chapters and stuff ahead of time before they're released on our website. Alright, now that's done. Corin, take it away. Where are we facing?
Is over. You're facing off against a powerful entity, but to give a quick recap over the recent portions, y'all were going inside of, I almost said Vale. This is not Vale. This is Vacuo. You're inside of Vacuo, a horrid little desert hexscape that's probably about as pleasant to walk through as the heart of Australia during the summer, which is to say it's a death sentence. After going along on a train, interacting with a odd fisherman and his friend the turtle, you ended up interacting with a very clown-hating headmaster who was able to provide you with the necessary transportation in order to arrive at an underground dig site, an area that's a grand old archaeological find and architectural find, honestly, considering the fact that it's the remnants of a city down there. Most of it filled up with so much sand you can't navigate through it, but enough that you can move through and at least see things that are going on and a good chunk of what's there. Considering the fact that there's not supposed to historically be a civilization here, it's pretty weird. But none of you are archaeologists, so it's not like you've got the books on all of this. It's just the kind of thing you might want to ask other people when you get back. Assuming that you are able to get back, because after getting involved with the mysterious M, while looking around, you found that all of the individuals that she brought here suddenly went completely radio silent and literal silent. And while trying to follow what's going on and what's happening, you find yourself in a room with an individual. Katie was very suddenly pulled away in a movement that none of you were able to track or follow. You just know that something big and freaking black-handed reached out, grabbed her, and hecked off. The rest of you are currently standing in front of a man who has identified himself as Kamael. He calls himself the right hand of the Father. He's a powerful gospel from the seams of things and fully awakened. I believe you've only encountered 2 other fully awakened gospels thus far, one of which you were not a fan of.
I believe so.
The Jester?
Yeah.
Oswald.
Exactly.
Fuck the Jester.
Well, here's hoping that this guy isn't anything quite like Oswald. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with all that caught up, you currently stand in front of Kamael, the self-proclaimed right hand of the Father, and enemy to anything that aligns itself with Grim, as well as a good chunk of humanity from the seams of things, on the grounds that one of the humans is helping out Grim, Katie. Therefore, all of them need to be killed.
Well, that's kind of rude. Hi, Ellie.
Well, I mean, you can tell them that. You can be like, hey, I don't agree with your opinions about that sort of thing, you know?
I don't quite recall what we had said to him previously, I'll be honest.
I don't know. Jackalope stopped caring once he shot Lynn.
Oh, yeah, right. He shot a sunbeam laser through Lynn's arm.
Wing.
Oh, wings.
Yeah, wing, you're right. Wings, plural.
even
Wow, it's been a
worse.
little bit. It's been weeks, actually. now that I
Even
think about it.
worse.
Oh no. Is it like really? I can't use it.
So technically, yes, your wings are shot through, meaning that you cannot use your wings. However, casual reminder that with your gravity, you don't need wings to fly.
You know what? They might be a double standard, but I still like them.
Oh yeah, they're cool as heck. It's just you don't need them, you know?
So what are we doing?
Nice.
Well, you're currently standing in front of him. Either you can immediately launch into the offensive with, and go no holds barred, or you can try to converse with him, figure out some more information, learn more about the Gospels. But then again, just take a look at what Sin named the episode. So it's really up to you.
I mean, Jack's in a fighting pose and he's not talking anymore because the guy already shot someone.
Okay. Well, if everyone would like to roll their speed, we can go ahead and get started with the turn order.
Okay.
Oops. There we go.
By the way, I will ask you specifically,
Damn.
Lynn, do you want to have a penalty to your speed roll and your initiative due to your character being injured and not used to it? Because I remember us mentioning that your character was very much not used to that. I don't want to enforce that on you, but do you think that would be a reasonable thing for your character that you want to kind of do for roleplay reasons?
Oh man, I already have one endurance. You're gonna penalize it to 0. Oh man. What would that look like?
Yeah. Well,
Oh man.
the penalty would basically just be a -1 to whatever you do your speed roll on.
I think it might
cheating.
also like it also like depends on like what the wings mean to your anatomy, because like some
Oh,
creatures
balance.
are shooting
It's
the wings.
more because of the pain is the issue.
Mm.
That's fair.
Yeah,
She
she's
mentioned-
not
yeah.
used to pain.
Exactly. Yeah, you
Oh,
don't have
damn.
to. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's just roleplay option if you'd like.
It makes sense. Oh no. What is it? Sorry. Oh, it
Okay.
makes
Well,
sense. Frick.
So if you'd like to go ahead and roll your speed, we can just take a look at what it rolls at.
Okay.
Natural 1.
What's that?
Dang. Okay.
It's not bad.
You technically rolled a 1. If you would like the penalty, it would reduce you to 0, which would make you faster than Jackalope, slower than Hunter.
This is gonna kill us in the game, though. Oh no.
Like I said, it's entirely up to you if you want to go for it. Whether or not you go, slightly earlier or slightly later, up to you.
Could I ask if it would last the whole round, or eventually she would get used to the pain?
It would. So it would just determine your position in the initiative table. It won't cost you a turn or anything.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, she's startled by the pain, and so she takes a step.
Okay. Then I will add you there. You're at 0. Now, given the fact that Katie is not in the room, I will not be rolling for hers. And because his speed is identical to everyone else's. But his roll is not great. Okay, both Jackalope and him rolled -1, but he had a lower roll along with it. So Kamael is actually. I don't have a. We're gonna use a placeholder token for him because I don't have a picture of Kamael. Yeah, I'm just gonna use this. Add turn. -1 there. So Kamael will be going last.
You know what? Not too bad of a start.
Nice.
Good start.
So to begin with, Hunter, you have the initiative here. You can lead with some free action talking or some full action assaulting.
Considering he shot Lynn, and I'm fairly certain he spent most of the last episode kind of dissing on both Colty and also most of humanity. Hunter's probably just going to kind of take aim, make a. I'm assuming, am I able to make a light barrier in front of him and then shoot the light barrier?
That is an excellent question. Remind me what your range what range level you took on your semblance.
Oh boy, hold on.
It should be on your character sheet.
Yeah, hold on. I have to go and find my character sheet. I should be able to find it in a couple
Oh.
seconds. Hold on.
This
Why?
reminds me of.
I clicked
Episode
on your
X.
bio and info section inside of the thing. Why do you have black text on dark gray background?
What do you mean?
Tis.
I hate.
What do you
Look
mean?
at your character sheet in
Oh.
Roll20.
Yeah,
What the heck?
it's my background is white.
What?
What do you mean?
Oh my.
Because you darkened it, I see. But
Oh,
they
okay.
didn't
Hold up.
change
Actually,
the letters.
I turned on dark mode and then turned it off.
Oh,
and
God.
it changed it. Here's the thing.
Oh, fuck
I
dark
wasn't-
mode.
Yeah. I wasn't in dark mode is the thing. But when I
Oh.
turned it on and then off, it fixed itself. I think
Oh.
that Roll20 just broke something on its end at some point. Okay, I can read it now.
Okay. There is the collector. What'd you say? What'd you want?
When you created your semblance with the thing,
Mhm.
did you
Tier
end up
3
purchasing
mid.
levels? Mid-range? Okay, yes. Then I would say that you'll make a dex roll for your ability to do that, and it'll be a dex roll for combining them both.
Yeah, reliable handgun accuracy range. Okay. So just dex roll?
Yeah. Oh, and I'm referring to your semblance range,
Yeah.
not your weapon range.
Yeah, equivalent to reliable handgun accuracy.
Cool. Go ahead and make a dex roll to see how you do.
Okay.
This will be, let's see.
Are these
Dex
people
roll, and
also
he'll
in
be
the room with us?
contesting. Nope. I don't use the actual battlefield very much, since this is more theater of the mind sort of deal.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had a single good shot except for against Fluffy.
I think it's just a running joke now.
Yeah. Only
It's just
the
your
mayor.
thing.
Okay, so with that,
What? What did you just do?
Oh my god!
How is that possible? Did you just?
it's looking so good right now. I was like, okay, I'll roll for because he's not going to try to dodge; he's going to endure. What?
What?
We're up to a
I
good
knew
start,
it.
ladies and gents.
Possible.
I need to
Why?
know how this is going. I need to know how this goes.
That's beyond a critical failure. I don't even know what we would call that.
Fucked up is what I'm
Beautiful.
gonna call it. Damn. Okay. So as you shoot into it, it's clear he could have dodged. Instead, with a smug, almost arrogant air, he simply lets you fire into it, expecting you to shoot at him. As the light barrier appears in front of him and it shatters into shards of glass and shears through him, it becomes clear this is not what he was expecting out of you.
The glass
Shards of
shears
glass.
through him. A bullet the size of my hand slams into him with enough force to rip the metal off of a tank.
Clip
Ooh.
for posterity. Thank you. That's some shit luck. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. Wow.
Because I have not only the heavyweight, but I also have bullet penetration times 3. So,
Okay.
a third
That
purpose
is
gives me
so
anti-armor rounds, capable of punching through military vehicles and even injuring massive Grim, such as the Goliath. So,
Okay. Well, given that it's critical failure, normally you would deal 1d6 points of damage, but because you were creative about it, I'd give you 2d6. Normally, I'd then roll a third d6 in exchange for like such a thing, but that many ones, you're not rolling 3d6. It's 2d6 doubled. 8
oh my
points of
god.
damage on the first shot. He's looking messed up already.
Fucking hell.
Oh, how is that even possible? I hope that does not happen to us.
Single bullet, just punch. It probably
He
moved
stumbles.
him back several feet into his fucking throne.
He stumbles back, not falling into the throne. He's not. The knockback isn't as much as you would hope, because on the grounds that it punched through him, and there is a hole in his torso now.
Oh my gosh.
It's probably around the size of a softball, and that's how much of his body is actually missing. As he looks genuinely shocked at the fact that you managed to deal so much damage to him. Before that shock gives way to what is clearly rage. His eyes lock directly onto you, Hunter, and you suddenly feel a heavy weight press down against you as his entire focus is leveled on you.
Oof.
Well, with that said, excellent opening. Wow. Genuinely inspiring to see. Go ahead and let's move on to the next person in line. That is going to be Lynn. Go ahead and tell me about your action. Also, fun fact for you. I think that even if you hadn't taken the penalty, you actually would have stayed at the same point because you'd tie with Hunter. So your place in the initiative roll didn't change. We just got some cool role play out of it anyway.
Nice.
Funny, neat stuff.
Yeah. That's true, huh? I didn't think about that. Wow. I was just gonna make some debuffs on him by putting some gravity on him.
You get shot and you just watch me pummel the fuck out of him with a bullet, just like, bitch.
Yeah, I was gonna find some cover, because I don't want to be too squishy.
I will tell you
20
now that unfortunately there isn't cover in the naturally occurring room. This is a giant square cube room, featureless, no pillars, nothing like that. If anything, it's almost weird how large it is, despite having no supporting columns underground.
Oh, okay. Then I won't be too far from Hunter and Jack, but I won't be in such a way that's like in a line, so that we don't get like hit by like a double attack or something. And then I'm gonna use 2 things of gravity on the guy, so that he gets weighed down and hopefully his motions get slowed a little.
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll a dex to establish scale.
So it's 2. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Despite the pain coursing through your
Damn.
wing, you are able to focus down and reach out. As your hand kind of hovers in the air, you can see that the air around him seems to shift as he crouches down a little bit. He's accounting for the weight in order to stay standing, but it is clear that that amount of weight, especially using up 2 of your charges, both of the non-personal charges, that's weighing him down.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot, because I think gravity is a different action.
Yeah, I count it kind of like a minor action, and you can have a minor and a major. So if you'd like to take a shot, go ahead and roll another dex.
Or should I take a dodge action? Okay, I'll take a shot. Oh.
Oof.
Okay, and that's 0.
Oh my god.
And you still outdo him, because once again, his rolls are cursed.
How many fucking ones is this man gonna get? You've got to a 1
I don't know.
on every roll you've done so far.
Are you sure you haven't done something to yourself, Corn?
I don't know.
Every single roll you've done has had a 1.
Look, this man walks up and calls himself the right hand of the father. Maybe his father is just like not a fan of him anymore, let's say.
Oh.
So as his rolls end up not looking out so great, as you impact a against him. Once you end up slamming into it, this one does not punch a hole through him the way the other one does. Instead, you can see where it impacts, and you can see that small portion of it craters inwards of his the skin region, almost as if it's something far more durable than any skin or flesh. The bullet is clearly sunk in about an inch into the body and stopped there. He's taken damage. I'm going to roll
I figured this
Wow.
guy was gonna be on like the same level as Oswald.
even more damage. Okay. Well, with Oswald, y'all basically lit him on fire and then
Damn.
lit him on fire again and then blew him up, and he didn't really fight very much.
I love how the
That's fair.
bullet, your bullet hit him, sunk into his chest, and just kind of like got stopped.
Yeah, that's not great to see.
Well, to be fair, it also means that he has a bullet in his side,
This
like
is
in there.
true.
So
Good God.
yeah, he's
None of the other.
somehow he's already looking really messed up, even though it's literally been 2 turns. Y'all are just knocking it out of the park so fast. I
Oh,
was not expecting this.
scared.
No one expects a quadruple 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
All
would
right.
have been a normal canter without that.
We just
You gave him so many opportunities to get that 1, and he really went for it. Oh, that was your first not 1 roll, by the way.
By the way, as far as I can tell, the chances of rolling 4 simultaneous 1s on that is like less than 1/10%.
Goodness gracious. I'd be horrified to see that on myself. I'd be like, that's it. This is the game.
So, oh wow, we're moving
Wow.
on to the next person, who is Jackalope.
Jack. Where'd you go?
Next person is Jackalope.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. Good.
I was muted because I wanted to know.
Apparently, it's 1 in 1,296.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, compared to the 1 in 20 chance of a crit fail. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Jackalope is on all 4s, and he's moving with his strength, not his speed.
Okay. Yeah. Then in that case, roll me strength. Just I want to see how fast you're moving. You're still moving fairly fast, just on the grounds that you're rolling 4 dice. You're going to be able to close that distance pretty quickly and pretty easily.
Yep. And the moment Jackalope gets close, he's going to go for a punch, but the moment the punch gets near his face, it's going to be his leg hitting him instead of his fist.
Okay, so you're feinting a punch and leading in with a kick instead.
Yep. Basically, what he does is the moment he gets close, he leans in with his robotic arm, goes for a punch, stops, explodes basically to give himself more momentum into his kick, and kicks upward from bottom up.
Okay, go ahead and roll me it's a melee attack, so strength in order to hit him. 2 degrees of success.
Oh
Nice.
my gosh.
I'll be rolling a conflicting, a contested strength roll here, which means he gets that. For the love of God, stop! Just don't roll any 1s this time. There's a 1. There's a 1. Okay.
Wow.
Well, you end up taking the win in that clearly and decisively. As he attempts to try and swing forward with his hand in order to catch your hand, he falls for the feint, and a moment later, your leg, swinging upwards towards him, manages to set your heel so firmly against his jaw that you're fairly certain you could literally walk off of him with how much firmness you've got going on there. Slamming into him. Let me just go ahead and roll his endurance to see how he handles this. Doesn't handle it great, because that's another negative score, having rolled a 1.
My gosh.
He's supposed to be an intimidating boss.
Well,
Like,
I am scared of what he's gonna do.
Hey, look, you got another 2 1s.
Well,
So-
he hasn't had his turn. Wait, is this his turn?
well, his turn's coming up next.
Yeah.
As he stumbles backwards from the hit, it's clear that even under the force of the augmented double layer gravity that Lynn put out, you still manage to knock him several inches into the air as he's then sent stumbling backwards, staying on his feet as he shakes his head violently. I'm going to go ahead and
Jesus.
roll.
Damn.
Yeah, okay, 5 points of damage on him.
Oh my god.
Plus the 5 from Lynn, plus the 18 points of damage already.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
God.
I wish
the
my
mo-
number was higher, I'll be honest.
No, the moment that Jackalope's
True.
attack hits, he's already back on all fours, and he's almost like a loaded spring kind of positioning. At any
Wow.
moment, he could rocket back forward or rocket in any direction. Very different fighting style in comparison to how he normally fights.
I'd say that almost looks pretty intimidating when Lynette looks over.
Yeah.
That's so different. It almost looks animalistic.
As Kamael stumbles backwards, readjusting himself, the rage has not lessened in his eyes as he looks over the group. His eyes settle down on Jackalope for a moment, and it seems that he's gauging whether or not he wants to focus on Jackalope before, after a moment, he runs his hand over the hole in his chest, and his eyes roll right back towards Hunter. You. Rather than continuing in any form of sentence, he instead tries to surge right past Jackalope. Jackalope, I'm going to have you roll a speed against his speed in order to see, like, if he makes it past you without any issue. For the love of God, don't roll a 1. Don't roll a...
Hey,
Fuck you!
Oh my
another one.
god. What is
Every-
the
Every
chance?
What's
single
going on?
dice roll except for
What's
the
going on?
5s.
Oh my gosh.
You know, it kind of fits though because Jackalope did say I did say Jackalope was in a spring type position. The moment he tried to jump, it's just Jackalope bouncing upwards.
Whoa.
Okay.
I can
Into
almost
his
see like the
face.
intense look that Jack has, like just like being so quick to get him while he's doing
You
past.
legitimately had a 1 in every single roll except for the single d6s, which have always been a 5.
Yeah, because it's measuring the damage against him. So of course, why would it be a bad roll?
Just the bounce up and just the singular, you fucked up.
Oh, that is so scary.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength roll against his endurance.
Give me 4 6s. Damn.
It's
Oh,
a
cancels
neutral.
out.
Oh.
That is
Oh
a
my
critical
God.
success on his part. That is
Just the one sentence from the guy who went silent has made him realize that these guys are serious.
You fucked
No.
up, bitch.
yeah. You go no, and as you launch, do you try to punch him or kick him?
It's gonna be another kick. Jackalope's fighting style right now is heavily Muay Thai based, so it's kick based.
Okay, you end up throwing out another kick, but this time, especially without a leading feint to catch him off guard, he reaches out his hand and grabs onto your ankle as you end up going in there. So a critical success. I'm going to go ahead and roll his.
Does
So,
the
the 0 come on.
speed, the debuff I did do anything?
He was actually knocked backwards from the previous attack when he rushed forward. Unless Jackalope was inside of the circle of gravity, which I don't think he was.
It was like a bigger circle, but he was on the cusp of it.
Yeah. As of this moment, because he was kicked back a bit, and then he rushed forward to try and get past Jackalope. So he probably passed out of the circle in order to get past Jackalope. So with Jackalope having been outside of the circle, I'd say he's probably not inside of that circle at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, as he doesn't end up dealing any damage to you, as he ends up managing to throw you aside. Not a great showing for that critical success, really.
That's quite possibly the most disappointing critical success we've seen. The fact that he got the critical success and then made it sad is just very fitting.
Yeah, I'm picturing him just throwing Jackalope just using his flexibility to like grab his hands onto the ground and just flex himself back into his fighting position.
Yeah, Kamael, for whatever good it does, doesn't really seem to respond much to that. Instead, continuing to try and continue closing the distance towards Hunter. He manages to close a fair amount of it overall, and is like next round he can clearly get into melee range, but with Jack having managed to outdo him in that speed roll earlier, it took up enough of his time that he's not able to take an attack against Hunter this turn. So, basically he did a fat lot of nothing this round. For the sake of reference, we are now at the top of round 2. This is the start of the second round, and it is beginning with Hunter.
So, I have long range. Your weapon is much more accurate at longer ranges. So I obviously have a really, really good scope on my weapon, right? And I also have gravity dust. So having the fact that he got stopped by Jackalope for just a moment, and the fact that he hasn't really changed his body position, I'm pretty much dead centered onto his chest frame, right? So what I'm going to do is... because I have my semblance ability, versatility, my semblance can do one thing, can be applied creatively, cover multiple bases. It's also, it can supplement my other skills, so offensive semblances can deliver attacks equal to gunshots, and defensive semblance can block attacks of the same caliber, and so on and so forth. What I'm probably going to do, or what I really want to do, is essentially the fact that he got stopped a little bit, has given me a little bit of time to line up like 10 separate small, squares of light, right? And what I want to do essentially is I want to shoot my squares of light, which are all kind of compressed. And so when it explodes outwards towards him, it's just raining fucking, not only the bullet going through, which obviously it's a heavy ass bullet, which is being infused with gravity dust at the same time. Oh, actually, no, it's a melee force. Never mind. I think I bought incendiary casing, didn't I?
Yes, I will say that the thing about
gravity
your
was
shields...
too expensive.
The thing about your shields is that they function as shields. Even if you break them apart, the thing is that by layering them on top of each other, you increase the defensive amounts.
Oh,
which
true.
is to say, if you're creating a wall in between him and your bullet, and your bullet has to go through each one, the amount of explosive force behind each one being broken is going to be lessened by each wall.
True.
Unfortunately.
If I have them all, like, kind of compressed into one, like, just a bunch of layers, all in, like, maybe a foot block, like, if you line glass up next to each other in, like, a foot block, would that explode with more power? Never actually tried that with glass, I'll be honest.
So the thing about if you stick all of the glass together, it's similar in nature to just hitting a big old block of it at the same size. The difference is that you're able to break through it in layers more easily across each motion. I would say that functionally it would make it more durable because you're creating more layers of protection. Since you kind of originally build your thing as a protective barrier,
You know what I'm actually going to do?
What's that?
Scrap my other plan. I'm going to put a my pretty much double wall of light in I believe it was triangles. You said because pentagram
you are
is
allowed
built
to make
more difficult.
pyramids.
So I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to put it around his feet. The moment he gets kind of staggered by Jackalope, I'm going to put it around his feet. And I'm pretty much going to aim directly into his center mass, a little bit above where I shot earlier. And with absolutely no protection from my previous walls, this is just full force incendiary style.
Okay.
So is that just a dex check?
Yeah, you'll go ahead and do dex.
Okay. And his thing is around his feet, so he might get slightly, maybe just for a moment, confused. That's looking good.
That's looking good. I will say that you are proccing his major personal skill right now.
Okay.
In this case, he would normally, let's see. This is going to be a dex roll.
Hey.
Okay, here's where the bad news comes up. You know how I mentioned that you currently have a feeling of like incredible weight currently pressing down against you?
Yeah.
that is an expression of his personal skill, Those Who Bear the Curse. If he takes a damage, he's able to mark a specific enemy, and that enemy gets a -1 to rolls against him, and his rolls get a +1.
A whole +1?
So
or
in
just
this case,
like 5
brutal.
to a 6? Or just
so
like a
in
whole
this
6?
case, it means that he gets to roll 1 additional dice. In your case, you basically lop off your dice there. So as it is, you have a rating of 1 to his rating of 0. So the bad news is if he rolls a 5 or a 6 on this last dice, you equal out. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's not happening with this guy. Yeah, I knew it. You
Poor
end up firing
Cameron.
through, and you shoot into his. This time, instead of hitting him in the chest directly, you hit him more in the abdomen. And as it slams into him, the incendiary casing explodes outwards. Let's see. And Jack said he did leap back, so Jack is not in range of the incendiary casing. As basically napalm spreads across his torso, the
He
red
is being
ropes that were
contained
covering
to the
him
ground.
ignites.
So would he like fall over? Is he like staggering backwards and not unable to move his foot?
He doesn't manage to break it off, but it doesn't force him to yeah. So he hasn't broken it yet,
Mhm.
so he doesn't stumble. He doesn't fall over or anything like that. But
Okay.
he also hasn't escaped from it yet either.
Okay,
He'll
so
get
he's
out
just
at the top of his next turn, but as it is right now, until his next turn, he is still stuck.
nice. So he's stuck. His stomach is just on fire. Napalm spreading all over it. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, I would say that you've been, let's see, and, oh boy, and it'll be 2d6, 1d6 for the standard damage, and 1d6 for the napalm. Great, that's
Oh,
7 more
fuck.
points of damage. You're up to 25 points of damage. He's
Oh my gosh.
looking messed up. Every time that he has taken damage, he's seemingly gotten angrier and angrier as his body is clearly getting messed up. And this, by the way, just to clarify, this makes the second fully awakened gospel that y'all have lit on fire. Just if anyone's keeping track.
We keep doing that.
You
Yeah.
know what? He made his choice.
Well, we can't help that we
Made
have
a choice
followed
not to.
the way of the Warhammer 40k, burn it in holy fire.
Okay, well, Hunter, you managed to successfully do another fair bit of damage. Lynn, it is once again your turn.
Since they can't move with him, is there a way that I can focus on him, or would I have to give up an action if I say that I want to? Would that even work? Is that even work in D&D? For keeping the gravity on him, even
So
when
if
he
you
moves
wanted,
when it's
if
not
you
my
wanted
turn.
to keep it focused that way, I would say that
Would I only be able to do it once because I'd be saving an action to move it?
go ahead and roll me a dex. And depending on how well you do, I might just totally allow it, just because dex kind of is our placeholder for how well you do with your semblance.
Okay. Oh,
God.
That's a
Damn.
degree of success. I will say that with 1 degree of success,
I
You
rolled
will-
6s. You minus stuff from me? Oh, I don't know.
oh,
My screen
you'll-
says I have 2 6s. That's weird.
what? My screen says you rolled a 5 and a 4.
Do you want to take a
I'm
screenshot?
gonna
Yeah,
this right.
Because like
What is up
I
with
saw
both of you
I saw on the screen that there was a 6, but I see there's a 5 and a 4 on the text chat.
Yeah.
So I was like, what?
Here's this,
Oh yeah, it does.
but I have a 5 and a 4.
What the hell?
Is this why we have ones? Why you're getting ones? Wait, what?
It is entirely possible that Roll20 is broken right now. Between the fact that I had a error with the GUI earlier, the fact that the dice are showing up differently from the dice that are showing up, like I think Roll20 is borked right now, because this doesn't sound like something just if it's happening for multiple different people simultaneously.
I mean, that's the only rule I've seen so
Because if
far
they're
that's been
states-
wrong on the
Yeah.
dice.
If they're minusing it, then maybe that's why you got all they could have been all 2s, or every one could have been. Everything
Yeah,
could
because
have
that's
been
the
thing,
only
like-
one I've seen so far that's been long. Let me do a test real
I don't
quick.
have virtual dice
Yeah.
turned
Let me do a
on.
test
I don't
real
even know
quick.
how to turn that on.
5
so-
5 1 2 2. Yeah, no, that's right.
Oh, then what?
So yeah, that's the
was-
only one that's been
what?
wrong so far.
To be
That's
fair, I
double
don't have
sixes.
Brazil.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Again?
What fuck?
What the?
Again?
Okay, if everyone can just spam a couple of dice rolls real quick.
Oh no, it's
What the fuck?
Now
was
it's
just
saying it
lucky.
correctly. I'm just gonna throw a bunch of dice out and see if it like freaking.
Oh, that one wasn't right. Because that one was this. Oh.
I mean, it's
Okay.
working for everyone but Lynn.
I got nothing. I'm gonna have to go with what's showing up inside of the
Yeah,
chat
because
box.
Lynn's the only
unfortunately.
one
No.
doing some weird shit. Okay, well,
Like, I'm sorry,
Sorry,
but like,
Lynn.
this is so
tried.
weird.
No!
we tried, Lynn.
Yeah, the virtual dice thing is never fully accurate from what I've seen.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to go with what's inside of the chat.
Right.
Oh god, I got so distracted.
5-4.
With 1 degree, yeah, 1 degree of success. I will say that if you utilize your charges for gravity, then you'll be able to do that. You just have to. You won't be able to use them or use any charges during the upcoming turns. You'll consume all of them this turn, but you will still get your major action for the turn as well.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do that. I'll make sure that there's a 5 feet cone around him so that Jack can't get, unless he like, I don't know, invades his 5 foot. Then I would shift it off.
Okay.
And I will go ahead and shoot him again.
Okay, go ahead and roll Dex in order to do that. It'll say, Jack, you will be unaffected by the thing unless you attempt a melee attack, in which case you might be affected. It'll depend very much on the context of how the attack is being thrown.
It's
With a
gone
3
back
and
to
4.
normal.
Okay, and in this case, it's going to... Well, he can't roll speed, so... Because he can't dodge, and he knows that. Why are you like this?
What
Why?
is going on?
This
Is
is
he
this is
okay?
just as bad as what happened in Naruto.
Man.
Fine,
Wow.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll the d6. Yeah. Okay, he's... God, he was at 25. He's at 28 points of damage now. He's so forked up right now.
Oh.
He hasn't gotten to do anything.
No.
You mean he hit
He's
Jack,
just
didn't he,
got
for
to
like
the
10 points?
absolute shit kicked out of him.
He-
17 ways from Sunday.
No,
He
J-
parried
his-
Jack and threw him aside. He
Yeah,
didn't
no
really do
damage.
anything to him.
Oh.
His critical success got wasted because he couldn't actually land the hit. So, yeah, it's Jackalope's turn while y'all are just absolutely shaming this boy.
And he's
I
looking
am the
away.
hand of God. I piss on God.
Bro, this is what happens when
Just be like, give
when
him a-
speedrunners go up against Gabriel and Ultra Kill.
He just stepped forward and is like, I'm gonna kill you, and then we just forcefully sit him down and slap him. Like, stop it. Here's a Snickers. You're not yourself, bro.
So he's looking away from me, yeah?
That is correct, yes.
Just gonna pick up the ground.
Hey,
Excuse me?
you know, Corn, you could refresh. You know, see, see that somehow fixes this bullshit.
That's not how random number generators work, but I'll do it anyway.
Because
Because at this point, anything. So, Jack, what are you doing? You said you were picking up the ground.
Yeah.
Can
Kinda
you
just-
explain further?
Jackalope shoves his hands into the ground, picks up a chunk, loads it full of Zora, and chucks it.
Okay.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
that's gonna hurt.
I'll have you do a strength roll, then a dex roll. Not to.
Not a very big piece if I did pick up any.
Yeah, with the -1, go ahead and make a dex roll with a penalty of 1.
Oh my God.
The penalty of 1 takes away your last 6 there,
Oh,
which means it's not a critical success.
Oh,
So, however, it is 2 degrees of success, which means it still is going to, like, you basically only pull up like a fistful instead of a huge chunk, but then you are going to softball that sucker. Where are you aiming?
The back of his head.
Cool, you're softballing that right into the back of his head. I'm going to now roll his endurance,
Oh.
and please, for the love of God, just this once.
Hey,
Thank you.
Oh,
He's
done
enduring.
it.
He's enduring a lot of jackalope stuff.
Oh,
So
you'll get
the-
your.
Apparently,
stone crashes
refreshing the
against-
page fixes number generation.
Apparently, you know what? I'm not even going to argue with it. I'm not even going to try. The stone slams against the back of his head, shatters in powder and dirt, and ultimately he just walks it off. Clearly not paying any attention to Jackalope, ignoring Jackalope, and specifically trying to target and kill Jackalope's allies. If this
God.
pisses Jackalope off, good to know.
Yeah, he's not exactly happy. And no, I didn't take
love
I
the
did not take a
absolute.
movement.
I love the absolute disrespect he's giving Jackalope. Just absolutely, just like, yeah, fuck off, bud. He pisses me
fair-
off more.
To be fair, you did punch a hole in his gut, and he's on fire currently.
That's true.
Yeah.
Jackalope also is, even in this fight, is testing things. Even though the dirt, because again, the ground was coated in his aura didn't make a difference. So that means it's more of a density thing than an aura-based thing.
Hmm.
Okay.
Sorry to keep going over this, but since the debuff, what is the debuff exactly for the portals? Since he's like rolling to like.
With
That was endurance. Sorry.
yeah,
Mhm.
so with endurance, it wouldn't matter. If he was attempting to make a speed roll, he'd be penalized. He'd lose a dice on he loses a dice on any and all speed rolls, which means functionally, because his speed is 2, he can't dodge shit. Like anything at all. As long as you're affecting him, he's never going to dodge an attack.
Okay, thanks for clarifying.
And as it is, he is going to, like I said, at the top of his turn, he's going to break open the thing binding him to the ground, and then is going to begin taking his action. He's going to close the rest of the distance between him and Hunter, since Jackalope is not in between the two of them. And Lynn, I believe you said that you were kind of staying a little, not like in the front
Yeah.
lines.
He's about
Yeah,
to.
I'm. To the
He's
side.
about to deck the shit out of Hunter.
What you see is him like bearing right down on you and raising up his right hand, covered in napalm from your shot, as he immediately attempts to wail down against you.
All right.
Now he will get. So
For
go ahead and.
once.
I'm just tank this shit.
Okay. Roll with a penalty of 1.
But he could have a
Okay.
negative speed to hit you, right? Isn't that something too?
That's
Oh, trust
Not
me. With
quite how
with a
that
negative 1, I'd
Oh.
be rolling 1 or 2.
Oh, I
So,
see.
does my overflowing aura have any importance here?
remind me what that says.
Your aura far exceeds the limits of what is typical. You have nearly 5 times as much as the average person, and it grows at equally rapid rate. In addition, your aura recovers ludicrously quickly. Assuming you're not actively using it, your aura will fully replenish in a little over 1 minute. If you're using it actively, it still replenishes, but will do so more slowly, taking around 5 minutes instead. This regeneration also affects any other energy pools that you may possess. That one's not
It
important.
will not make you tougher. No.
Okay,
It will
cool.
it's the rate of regeneration of energy rather than the protection level of the energy.
Cool. And then I can use, like, aura kind of does fix bodies like what Jean had, right? It just uses a
That
lot
was
of...
John's semblance.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's
so yeah,
weird
3
and kind of silly
endurance.
in my opinion, but yeah.
Or sorry, 2 endurance. Because penalty.
Yeah. That's
Oof.
not great. However, given his history, he gets his additional +1 dice. That's a critical success.
Ooh.
Wow,
Should not have told
refresh
you
the
to restart
page.
your fucking browser. Oof.
Clearly, you
Oof.
should not have.
That's a lot of
Here, brother.
6s.
Cammy's cool again.
There
Oh, no.
Look,
is
I punched 2 holes in this motherfucker. He gets to clock me.
He raises his right hand above his head, covered in napalm and flame, and holds it high. And as such, as your eyes follow it, your eyes do not catch his left hand reaching forward and grabbing you by the throat, holding you in exact position as he brings down his fist like the hammer of God in between your eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Your
Oh,
aura
yes.
is fairly strong. It is not strong enough to prevent the harm that just occurred against your face. As not only is he impacting against you, he is sharing a 5-foot square with you by right of having grabbed you,
Mm-hmm.
meaning that you are also affected by the gravity right now.
Oh.
Well, I could have it on the cusp of him
He's
instead of his
literally
entire world.
Oh,
no,
he's literally like
grabbing
me,
onto.
so.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's holding on. So, and you can't body conform it at your current
Yeah.
level. So he brings down his hand, and you both watch as Hunter crumples down from the force of the impact as it slams down and forces him down into a prone position with the blow. I'm going to have you roll another endurance, Hunter, and this is specifically because of the napalm that you splashed onto him.
All right, 2 or 3.
This is from yours, so you're not penalized. It's only from his attacks that you're penalized.
God damn.
Okay, so net 0. I'm going to just, because it's net 0, I'm going to add 1 point of fire damage onto his roll.
Okay.
And because of the crit success, the overall things, I think, yeah. 14 total points of damage. Which, in other words, means he's now dealt half as much damage to you as you have dealt to him in the last 2 rounds. Your face feels like it's the wrong shape now. In that,
Could have been worse.
yeah, you
On the plus
are
side, I
almost
looked up, Aura does fix minor wounds, but that's not particularly minor.
Yeah, especially the aura is preventing the napalm from continuing to burn you. Correction, 15 points. I literally just said add 1 to whatever it rolled, and I immediately forgot.
Fucking hell.
No, not even a second.
Yeah, I'm barely standing.
Yeah, he is enraged.
I
That's all that
noticed.
he's able to do. He clearly raises his hand up to try and continue the assault, but that was the end of his turn as we reach the top of the 3rd round.
We're like 1-to-1 buddies, you know? We're like right there with it, you know? As he raises up his hand, grab my gun, and I'm gonna shove it against his chin.
Well, that would be a lovely idea, but it's actually not your turn.
Oh.
What is, if you would please explain to me, what is what did they hear at this moment?
They hear from whoever's scrolls are on an exceeding amount of ping 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 ping.
What the fuck?
It's in the group chat. Ping 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 ping. Or whatever the text sound for scrolls or messaging system looks like.
Oh.
Imagine the Discord sound
Nokia.
on loop.
Yeah. So as all of that is being heard, there's then a shifting in the nearby in the ceiling, not too far from you, as it suddenly bursts open, and this large, almost mole-like badger-esque creature erupts out with completely tar black skin and white bone claws, as well as a bone mask. It's clear that this is a Grim, and atop the Grim's back is the ever familiar figure, clad in fake animal ears, real animal ears, and a science coat, which is the proper title of that, obviously.
All right, hey guys, are you good? You guys all right? Oh, flip! The sun cult's
Katie,
sky.
You're alive.
Ah.
Geez, Hunter's dead.
Oh my god, you actually called him Hunter instead of Red Guy.
No, character development.
Yeah, that's Kamea pauses to turn over and look shoulder, looks right at Katie, and for a moment, it seems like that present rage is going to spill over and he's going to refocus until the napalm burns just a little bit more on him. He locks eyes with you, Katie, and says, "I will see to you when I'm done here," before refocusing right back onto Hunter.
I made him more pissed than the person on a grill.
Flip. Distraction! I fire a glitter grenade to, like, mess him up.
Just to be
Good
sure,
idea.
you see the two of them in basically a grapple, and your response to this,
I'm
to
on the
seeing your
floor
injured enemy
now.
grappled, is to shoot a grenade at the two of them.
Well,
I
it's a grenade.
mean-
Checking.
I think Katie's logic here, I'm assuming, is that the glitter from the grenade will fog him up a little so that Katie can get like people onto her new best friend Mort.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so I will say this. Go ahead and roll endurance, Hunter,
Fuck.
to endure the grenade. Because Katie is not the marked target. Okay, wow. Because Katie is not the marked target, he does not get a bonus to his roll.
It's not the first time he's
But
not
also
Oh my
minus one
God.
for right. But it's still to dodge, minus to dodge, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's not rolling to dodge. If he actually can't dodge unless he removes his hand from his target. That's
Oh.
not happening.
Well,
At
I
all.
thought that I crumbled.
Yeah, you crumpled, and he
Oh.
went down with you. He's kneeling
Oh.
next to you, and his hand is still around your neck.
Oh, okay. Well,
He raised his other hand to try to continue punching your face in.
all right then.
Little known fact: when you shoot a softball-sized hole through someone's chest, you make them mad.
Twice.
That makes them madder. So with that, you throw the grenade, and with that success, as it bounces towards him, he moves his hand out and grabs the grenade into his hand to hold it between him and Hunter.
Oh my God.
When it explodes, there's a massive plume of glitter that spews out in every direction. It is hard to see in the area at all. Hunter, you cannot clearly see. However, you don't need to see. You already mentioned that you were lining up your weapon. You're in point blank range. It would be easier to miss the broadside of a barn right now. You will suffer no penalties, no issues. You are already guaranteed a successful shot. You would just be rolling for damage if you'd want to roll your dex to establish scale.
Okie dokie. Yeah, just point right under his chin. God fucking damn.
Oh my god. The die, the virtual
How many
dice are broken.
times have I rolled that?
It says, the virtual dice say 3 and 4 on my screen, whereas the things they're
Yeah.
broken. They just don't work.
Good
Yeah. 3
God.
and 4, 3 and 3.
I have
Yeah,
rolled
I would
3 and 3
suggest-
so many times.
Yeah, I would suggest turning off your virtual dice at this point, at least for a while, because like
Oh, but
they're
so
not
pretty.
working. Oh, they are absolutely. They're broken.
Oh.
They're broke.
Yeah. If you want, you can keep them on, if only for fun values, like seeing 2 1s show up there and then a 5 and a 6 show up on inside of the corner would be really funny. But don't expect me to go by those numbers because they're not working.
God, the amount of
Fair enough.
times I've rolled a double 3.
Now, as you fire, this is a contested roll actually. So functionally, you would lose your second 3. Oh no, you went
Well,
from
you
0
said that
to
was
0.
a guaranteed hit, right?
Yes, this is for damage.
Ah, okay.
In this case, he's rolling for.
Jesus
he-
Christ.
He got
Whoa.
1. He gets 1 degree of success. That's it.
I
Go ahead
feel
and
like
roll one
shoved it
shorter
under his
the
jaw. Just like, here you go, bud.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Oh god, 1d3. He's at 28. Are you kidding me? Okay, we've
Yeah,
exceeded
fuck
30
you,
damage.
buddy.
As you fire it, you punch a hole into his throat. The explosive force of your elephant gun managing to spew enough of the glitter aside that everyone's able to see that there is more missing from his windpipe than there is windpipe. As his eyes go wide, and there's a look of confusion that fades away after a moment. The rage almost seems to fade from his eyes as they take on a much colder look. His left hand tightens around your throat a little bit more, and having dealt over 30 damage, y'all are moving into phase 2 of the fight.
Motherfucker.
My plan for this fight, because I lied when I said I didn't have any plans, was that y'all are supposed to escape with Katie atop Mort. That's the name of the badger mole Grim, by the way. His name is Mort. You're supposed to escape if you can, because he's supposed to be a threatening boss, a dangerous boss,
What if
a boss that's capable of taking you all on, and then he crit fails and fails and fails and fails and fails, and now
Not
you're
just
in phase 2.
crit fail. He epic failed.
I thought Mort was a giant hand.
Giant ant?
Hand.
Hand? No, he just has big hands.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah. So, that was the original plan. I wrote his phase 2 with the expectation that you would fight it at a later date.
Oh no.
So, I'm going to now go back to the test server for all of this and reread his stuff because why are y'all like this?
Hey,
Just
don't
to
have
be
don't
able to
have
has
the
been
dice.
injured. Come on.
It's like beginning the game of that samurai game, but defeating the boss in the first cutscene instead of letting him just chop off the arm.
Yeah, y'all beat freaking Kenichiro at the start of Sekiro.
This is
dare you.
also just the worst kind of thing for me because I have 2s across the board except for endurance, which is 3. So a -1 for me really fucks me over.
Yeah. So, given the fact that we just got the attack off from Hunter that moved it into phase 2, we're now going to move on to Lynn's turn.
I'll go to the bathroom real quick.
Go right ahead.
Well, I was gonna.
By the way, I very much suggest trying in some way to get him to stop attacking Hunter, because if
Yeah.
Hunter takes another hit like that, he's out.
Oh, okay.
Which, like, obviously crit, but still. You get what I mean.
Sorry for
How did you
exploding,
guess?
Connor. Whenever I play Katie, it's just like I do the first thing that pops into my head, and it's not always a good plan.
It was a lot of damage. I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot of damage to a teammate. You cast Fireball in an orphanage.
Actually,
and no
speaking
one
of
was.
damage to the teammate, I didn't roll for damage against Hunter from the grenade.
Oh,
Whoops.
I thought you did. It was 14, wasn't it?
That wasn't the grenade damage. That was Kamael's damage from the punch.
Oh,
The grenade
Uh-oh.
would not deal that much damage.
6 and 6. Good deal.
Would ain't deal 14. Let's see. With a net 0, I'm just gonna roll a 1d4 for that.
Huh.
Okay. Hunter is now at 18 points of damage taken.
Wow.
That grenade actually did do some damage.
oops.
Oh, Katie,
I'm sorry.
if you had some grenades that would just be like, the sparkles instead of the shards.
Look,
I
we,
think
we
that would be a
all
good plan.
we all make mistakes in the heat of the moment.
This is true.
We all make
Right.
mistakes. Katie didn't. This is
Who's
fine.
kicking the shit out of my goddamn person? Why
That
are you
was just
hurting
counting
me so
Katie's
much,
damage
Katie?
from the grenade.
I'm sorry.
So, Lynn,
man.
what would you like to do?
Crap, I had to get. Oh, I need ideas to get him off of Hunter. Oh, gravity. Oh, man.
Both
Jackalope. Oh no. Oh, this is really bad. For Hunter specifically. I was just
Oh, motherfucker.
Let's see.
as a heads up. Kamael normally has 2 personal skills. One of which is Those Who Bear the Curse, the one that you were experiencing from there. His second personal skill is Life Everlasting. He moves on to the next form when he takes enough damage. As a heads up, Life Everlasting, when he moves into his next phase, is replaced with 2 new unique skills. You are going to become acutely aware of them shortly. That is the only warning I'm giving you right now.
Hunter's fucked.
Maybe I could jostle him by switching up the gravity, because he's not used to probably that happening, right?
Yeah, it would actually be a dex roll. Dex against dex.
Okay. Do I get bonuses because I'm proficient? It's my defining trait.
Can you explain what you mean there? Defining isn't like that's a semblance level?
The semblance is defining, so semblance is powerful enough
Yeah.
to be
I would say
based
that
around it.
your ability to use it in so many creative ways it's allowed. You're able to make the rolls because of that. Like you're able to flip gravity on a dime. Like right on top of him, you can flip that gravity right now. The dex versus dex is more to establish like if he can handle it. So it's a contested roll against him.
Okay, and I'm going to use my +1 to dex roll in case I get a low roll. I didn't get a pass. I'll try an
Okay.
extra dice.
And yeah,
Or
and
halves.
as I recall, I instituted the rule before. When you roll bonus dice, even if they have a 1, it does not penalize you. You only get the benefit of successes from bonus dice. So you'd have 2 normal dice and your bonus dice. So if you roll your 3d6, we'll just take a look at them.
Eek. I'll try to get him off you. Oh fuck!
Damn it.
Unfortunately, the third dice is the one that was bonus. You're at -1. Let's see his roll. That's a d4. That's not the right dice. So 0 versus 1. You reverse his gravity, and he manages to keep his balance fairly well. But props to you. You notice that as as you reverse gravity, he lets go of Hunter's throat in order to turn and look at you, Lynn. He rolls his shoulders, and you can see that actually you auto pass thanks to your eyes. There's a clear mark, some sort of sigil currently on Hunter's throat that obviously he wouldn't be able to see. But you can see there's some kind of sigil now on his throat as Kamael is looking right at you.
Oh.
Wrong move, bitch.
I'm so fucked on so many levels.
Do I still have an action? Shit.
Actually, yes, because you were using your semblance, that qualifies as your minor action according to the established rules. So yes, you absolutely could. If you wanted, you could run and hide behind Jackalope, or you can shoot him where he stands, or anything else.
Oh, can I move towards Jack, but then also yell out Hunter and kind of point at my neck, looking at him, intending it's your neck.
Okay. Yeah,
And so
absolutely. Talking, yelling, shouting, whatever. That's a free action.
I don't know, but should I do a slice motion?
Murder
Shit,
Hunter.
I don't know. Murder yourself, Hunter. I'll just yell out, "Mark on your neck, Hunter." And then I'll get behind Jack, or if I can get that far.
Oh yeah, you can.
I'm gonna
Okay. And of course, with that, we now get back to Jack's turn.
Yep. And Jack is looking pissed.
Okay, well, yeah, you just watched your teammate get absolutely crumpled in one hit, and his face is currently on fire with napalm. So, thank goodness for your aura, or you would be Two-Face right now. But yeah.
Yeah, Jack is leaping forward, and what way is the gravity going?
I don't know if I have it.
Since you used a regular form of it, you do actually have both of your charges available to you to use throughout, like as an special action and the like. So you have 2 charges that you can use during other people's turns.
Okay, you can just yell out to me, Jack.
I mean, you see emotion from Jack instead of words.
Mhm.
It's the motion of buff me.
Okay. I put 2 instances and make him go faster.
Okay.
Wherever,
Yeah.
probably towards the creature.
Okay.
Specifically, he's going to be using it in his attack specifically.
Okay, go ahead and when you roll your strength, add on a bonus die.
Gotcha. Yeah, because he's going to rock it up, use the gravity, and whatever gravity he has going against him as well.
Yeah, because the
And
gravity's going to stop before it hits the target, so you're going to,
Yeah. And he's going to... Because his head is basically held on by a prayer at this point, yeah?
Ooh, Hunter here.
Can you repeat that? My audio glitched.
No problem. This guy's head is being held on by prayers and hopes, correct?
Pretty much. There seems to be some other energy as well there, but there's more neck missing than there is there.
Yeah.
My bullet's
Jackalope's
pretty
gonna be
fucking big.
Yeah. When Jackalope rockets forward, no, he's using his explosive rounds, the new rounds that we got that are high explosive. And it's just with the gravity, whichever way it's going from when Lynn changed it on him, Jackalope's gonna punch with that as well and land into his head and basically detonate.
Then in that case, roll 2 bonus die on your attack.
Oh boy.
Hit him.
See, that's
Jesus.
All right. So we're
I
going
cannot
to
believe
be...
only one success same round.
yeah. My luck isn't good
Goddamn.
right now.
All right. Kamael's third personal skill. We haven't seen the second one activate yet. Triggers God's Requiem. If an opponent would roll more dice than Kamael would during contested roll, Kamael rolls cursed dice equal to the difference, in addition to his standard ones. Cursed dice failing on 2s. So now okay, so it's an endurance. So he gets the last 3 of his dice fail on 2s. They're not 2s.
Wow.
We just saw 12 dice get rolled, and 3 of them total were successes. That's not great odds.
Not a single 6, not a single 1. The beginning of this really took all of them from us.
Yeah. No, the moment he endures, Jackalope's grabbing onto his face, though. Specifically with his metal arm, and is just staring him down. Basically saying, you will focus on me. That's not a question.
God damn.
Yeah, as you end up landing the attack, he endures it, and since there was only 1 degree of success difference, he will just take 1d... He still takes damage, but he'll take 1d3, 2 points of damage. So he's now at 33 points of damage taken, and as you do that, you grab onto his face, and his eyes are right on you as his turn begins. It's like, when this battle first started, I underestimated you all. I thought that you were pathetic, disgusting humans, with not a single inkling of what you were getting yourself into. Now I realize I cannot treat you like ants. His hand lowers down to around your abdominal region. He is going to make a strength attack roll against you. You're holding on to him. You're in a grapple, so I don't think that you can dodge this. So you'd have to roll endurance instead.
Yep. And let's see, that's a +1 because I'm resisting a form of damage.
Oh, good.
So
Go
that's
ahead and roll.
3 instead of 2. Let's see.
And the last one ignores anyone. Hey, that's my favorite studio. It's actually not, but I wanted to make the reference.
Oh my god.
Holy flip!
How many
That's
charges can I get out of this?
Oh
Well, firstly,
my god.
That is a critical success from him. So in your question of how many charges, okay. Well, to begin with, we're going to be rolling. I'm going to explain what he's doing, then we're going to roll damage, and then based on how much damage, you're going to get some charges.
Gotcha.
As his hand moves towards your abdomen, you can feel an energy swirling around you, and this heat radiating around the both of you. As his hand tightens up, and you can see that a red aura is surging out from the hole in his throat, the hole in his stomach, and the hole in his upper torso. All 3 holes created from the shots from Hunter, and to a lesser extent, some of that same aura is spilling out from the hole in his side that the bullet is still residing in from when Lynn shot him. As it coalesces around his fist, he swings it directly into your abdomen with an explosive level of force. 2d6, and for crit, at only 8 points of damage here.
Oh.
As it slams inwards into impacts damage, you're going to get So go ahead and roll a d6 because you're getting 1 confirmed full charge off this, no matter what. Okay, you're at 10 points, which means you're at 1 charge and 4/6 of a charge. I was expecting him to deal more damage than that, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
Oh my
same.
gosh, I was scared he was
Yeah.
about to.
Yeah. With the explosive impact, the air is knocked out of your lungs, but you're no stranger to heavy impacts knocking the air out of you. Instead, it just hurts like hell.
Yeah.
But along with that, Hunter, the air, it bursts out of your own lungs as a searing heat spreads throughout your neck. You end up mirroring the injury that was just dealt, as that activates the second personal skill of Kamael,
Motherfucker.
Collective Punishment. Damage he
Oh,
deals to a
no.
target is also dealt to any character who has been labeled damned, which is the mark on your throat.
You fucking dick.
There's a reason he
I
put
did
you
point
down.
to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
man.
so-
29 damage so far.
Yeah, you are barely conscious.
I'm barely functioning. Like my aura is the only thing keeping me alive at the moment.
Yeah.
Like I'm barely functioning.
Thanks to overflowing aura, though, and specifically the fact that it helps heal minor damage, I'm going to have you roll 1d3.
Okay, I can do that. Be a
Okay, you're
Shoot.
currently at 27 points of damage.
oh, alright.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah.
If you remove the word
For now.
much.
I'm very glad he did
Oh.
not get 2 6s on that, because
Yeah, if he had gotten 2 6s, you'd be laid out.
yeah,
Like,
not come
goddamn.
back from that.
So it is now Katie's turn. Katie, you've seen that not only did he not take much damage from the explosion for whatever reason, possibly just because he's tough as nails, but also because bad things have been happening. You can see that damage is being reflected onto Hunter right now.
Frick. Okay. I'm gonna rush over like I cut out for a second. That was weird. I'm gonna jump off Mort and rush over to Cammy, and I'm going to create a grim honey badger. And then what's he wearing again?
Well, he's wearing the burned up remnants of a scarlet robe. Now, most of what you can see of him is just exposed porcelain, basically. Or marble would be a better descriptor.
Okay.
Wouldn't damaging him damage Hunter?
It's damage dealt to enemies by Kamael, not damage dealt to Kamael.
Oh,
So if you
I
kicked
see.
Kamael in the face, Hunter takes no damage. Kamael hits you in the face, Hunter takes damage.
Oh.
By the way, this does mean that if he does an AoE attack, for the love of God, don't let everyone get hit, or Hunter will explode.
Hunter's really getting fucked this episode.
Yeah. Well,
Bro, you dealt like half his entire health bar for the boss in like 2 rounds.
Yeah.
You
It's
earned
kind
this ire.
it's like when the paladin gets just absolutely shit on. It's deserved. But
Look,
damn.
when the paladin crits and then pops their highest level smite on turn 1, at that point, when all of the boss enemies turn around to single down the paladin, you go down with a smug look on your face because damn it, you know you earned that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I imagine the honey badger's not gonna like do much damage wise, but I'm still gonna like slip it into his robe so that I can like kind of knock
Oh
him off
boy.
guard for a moment.
You just
Okay,
bother
well,
the shit
as
out
of
of him.
all things.
Yeah,
God,
as
I
I
can't believe
run
I'm
over
rolling.
to Hunter as well, like kind of one straight path.
Okay, 1 degree of success. As the honey badger gets onto his outfit, the red around him that's surrounding him, the aura and the like, surges outwards like a thick miasma across the entire room. As soon as the Grim comes in contact with his body, he enrages as he shouts out, "You dare!"
Oh, I freaking dare, dude.
Oh, I freaking
This is-
dare.
This is for Mort's family.
I will flay every scrap of flesh you have from your body for making my flesh touch this filth.
Hey, you're trying to kill Red Guy over here.
Damn near
I will split your head in half with my bare hands, you insignificant fuck!
Language, sir.
Yeah, he does not like the fact that you have put him in contact with a Grimm. His crusade-based species hate.
There's more where that came from, dude.
They'll be saying the same of your fucking organs.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
sorry. What
I don't
did you
like
say
you,
were
but I
doing
like your
after
banter.
What are you saying you were doing after you put the honey badger in his clothing?
I was gonna rush over to Hunter and I don't think I can pick him up or anything,
I'm
but
so much heavier than you are.
I point. I'm gonna yell out. There's a mark on his neck. Maybe get rid of it, or try to. On Hunter's
On-
neck.
Katie just starts
That's
slapping
connecting,
his
that-
neck like a banjo.
Yeah.
Look,
The mark on his neck. The guy left it on him.
Is it can I rub it off? It's fucking tats. I don't know what this is, but
Well, it's gonna be a weird thing. I'm pretty sure you don't have...
Well, roll Arcana.
I'm actually going to have you roll... Do you want to use your oracles? Your oracle goggles?
oh yeah, sure.
Okay. Then I'll have you roll a sense with a bonus dice.
Oh, oops.
Damn.
I meant to roll 2,
Oh,
but
nice.
just never mind the 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you only have 1 sense. Either
Yeah.
way, that's still pretty good in that you got a degree of success. Looking over with the goggles, you can clearly see that there is a tether that exists between between Camuel and the mark. And from the seams of things, it has to do with the fact that it was placed on Hunter when the attack was landed. Based on all of this, I'm just going to go ahead and yeah. So it seems that that if he targets someone and hits them with an attack filled with rage, it places a mark on them.
Okay. Oh man, Katie is just just using all one half of her brain cell. It's
Wait.
just
I need you to roll 3d6 because I could swear there's a SCP that functions similar enough that you'd end up drawing a line here.
Oh.
Wow. Okay, 2 degrees of success. From what you can tell from your past personal experiences with the SCP Foundation, the way that the tether is currently visible between the two of them, the way that the aura is set up, and the fact that there isn't another mark on Jackalope despite the hit there, he can only mark one person at a time, and it's based on who he hates the most. So
Katie just starts yeah, it's all coming together.
in other words, if he hits you, I think you know what's going to happen.
Katie turns around to look at him with the smuggest face.
You're a Grim-loving bitch.
You know, would you like to attempt to banter at him to enrage him more than you already have?
Heck yeah. In
Please
fact,
do.
I'm gonna make a Grim in front of him
Oh boy.
as I make direct eye contact with him while I make a Grim bird, and you're like, ah yeah. See, look
It's
at this
better
cute
than
Grim
you.
bird. It's mine. I made it. It's part of me, basically.
It's
I'm a
better than
Grim.
you.
Yeah, this Grim
In
is better than you. This Grim has
in
way more
six-
brain cells than you do.
In 16 seconds, that Grim isn't going to be the only thing from your body splayed out across this ground.
You want to try it, buddy?
More than you know.
Come at me, dude.
His Now, Jackalope, I'm actually gonna have you roll a strength because I don't think we established whether or not you maintained your grip on his face. So if you roll, if you succeed on your strength roll here, you've still got his face in your hand. Because I think it'd be pretty entertaining to imagine that.
That's a very funny thought to me.
Yeah.
What?
Jackalope, you there?
Jack.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, if you could roll strength to see whether or not you maintained your grip on his face during the whole thing. You
Hey.
did. Yes, you did. Your hand is still thoroughly clamped around his face. Meanwhile, Hunter, you are not looking good, but you're alive, you're conscious, and you've still got a gun.
So, I'm gonna pat my gun. I'm gonna go. Hey, Jack.
Mhm.
Fuck him up. And as he turns, I'm assuming he's turning to Katie.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
his goal.
I'm going to put down as much of a contained barrier as possible directly in front of his foot to try tripping him as I slide my gun towards Jack.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. He's got Rage Blinders so strong, he's not going to notice that. When he takes his turn...
I'm giving my entire turn to Jack.
Okay. Cool.
Fuck him up, buddy.
Yeah. You know what? Normally, I would outright say no, but I don't care right now. It sounds cool. So, Jack, when we get to your turn, you're just going to take 2 turns.
Cool.
This-
Fuck him up, buddy.
Oh, get him.
Before then, we have Lynn's turn.
Yeah, I want to try to help Hunter and sever the aura link, which
Yeah,
Katie
Hunter's not
hopefully said
moving.
out loud.
He's not physically capable of getting up at the moment.
Yeah.
Him pushing the gun is
I don't-
all the force he has.
Am I able to get over and around this Jack and him and take a look at the sever with my senses?
Well, you'll roll sense to be able to see it. You do have superhuman vision, so you can potentially see it without oracle goggles, but you would need to roll for it.
Okay.
Oh, but do I get some help because she said it out loud?
You know what? Yeah, go ahead and roll me a bonus die.
Please.
Unfortunately, you can't get a bead on this line that she's talking about. There's all sorts of weird energy in the air, particularly the red,
Miasma.
almost the red miasma, or the red miasma that is currently. Yeah, you did. Katie, for real, cast Vicious Mockery. So yeah, oh my god,
So I don't
lost
see it.
my thought. Yeah, you do not see it through all of the other things in the air.
Can I infuse my hand or with aura and try to cut in where I think it would be, stretched out between him and Hunter? To disrupt it, maybe?
You can try. That's
That be enough sense, or would that be like?
I do
dexterity?
have aura grenades too.
well. The problem
or
is,
that that's
God,
not aura. Never mind.
no, yeah. I'll just tell you outright, it can't be severed like that. Like, I don't want you to spend
Oh.
your turn making an attempt on something that can't be done. So I'm just going to tell you outright, it's not something that's like a literal line that can be cut. It's more of a spiritual tether that connects the two of them. You can make him tether onto someone else, but like it's not a thread that can be cut.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you just gotta kind of revolve around who he's mad at, so we don't get KO'd or something.
Yeah.
Like Katie's planning.
Yeah.
Katie's
not a bad
planning to
plan.
get punched.
Aw, yeah.
Yeah. Notably, like, by the way, this boss has health bars in my head and specific names. The first phase was Kamael, Right Hand of the Father. The second phase is Kamael, Ecclesiarch's Rage.
Ooh. I'm imagining the Dark Souls health bar at the bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So, Frank. Okay. Is there a way that I can, if he's so hell bent on going to Katie, am I able to use like a bonus action or something to get a timed, like a mine in front of where he's going to step, or a timed bomb?
Do you have mines? Or
I
do you
have
just have, like...
mines and remote control timed bombs.
Yeah, absolutely. You can just throw a mine right onto the ground in front of him if you want.
Step on that, bitch.
I'll try
Yeah.
to do that, and
Roll
then
the
I'll
dex.
also let's do that. Oh fuck. Does this? No, it's not combat acrobatics, right?
It is not. It's just you throwing shit.
Crap.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
All
Shit.
right.
Nice.
I get a
That was
mine
not the most
down.
useful double success, but you know what?
Can I also take a shot at him, or can I only do that?
Specifically because you got a double success, I'll allow you to take a shot.
Which
Awesome. I was like, toss it down, and then I.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, let's see if I hit.
Oh my god.
Okay, 1 degree of success. Now, in this instance... No, he's not dodging. He literally is not even registering that you exist. So he's not even going to try to dodge this. This is just an endurance.
Second bullet just goes bink.
His personal skill would mean that if in a contested roll, you would roll more than him, then he would roll more dice. Except
He's
I
more
don't-
You don't.
concerned.
like you're only
He's
rolling
more-
3, so he doesn't get a bonus on this one.
I thought you were about to say, like, he's more concerned about the fact that Katie is Fortnite dancing in front of him with, like, 2 grim birds dancing as well right
So,
next to her.
With a net 0, and by the way, in case you're wondering, the 2 different forms do have different stats. That's why his endurance is now only 3 and not 4. Yeah, so he actually fails the roll, and you are able to shoot him in the side. Actually, let me roll. This is a
Does he even
luck-based thing.
register that he's being shot? God damn.
The shot, that was not damage. You're going to roll 1d6 damage, and you're going to add 2 to the roll because you just shot the other bullet that was already in his side from your previous shot.
Crap.
Some
Oh.
aim.
Wait, what? Sorry, 1d6 damage? Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
1d6
And then extra
plus
2.
That's 4 points of damage as you shot it, and the bullet hole punches in, and you hear a ding as the other bullet rips out of his body and just goes skidding across the ground.
2 could have been worse. But yeah.
Oh, the idea that just pops out right next to Jackalope's foot.
Speaking of Jackalope, it's now Jackalope's turns.
Oh.
You push your gun towards him, and you see a moment of recollection in his eyes before they just go pure white.
Fuck him up, buddy.
No. You don't understand. You just pulled something that's happened to him in the past.
Oh,
He's
boy.
no longer
No.
seeing anyone.
Oh,
He's seeing
boy.
pure red. As he kicks your gun up and shoots himself with it.
Holy shit. That's a thick fucking bullet. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
Can you... Okay, so shoots himself with it. Like... So that's a really long rifle. How?
Basically kicking... So you know how, like, certain guns aren't designed that great? And if you put enough pressure, specifically on sometimes the back of the gun, it can accidentally fire?
Mhm.
You know
Jackalope's
what?
more or
Technically
less...
speaking, I would normally say no, but we explicitly confirmed that the weapon that Hunter uses isn't designed to be intricate and powerful. It's designed to get the job done in a simple and straightforward way and be easily replaceable. In other words, to not be the highest quality weapon at any given moment, but to be expendable. So I think that makes sense that you'd be able to
Yeah.
set it off like that.
I remember crap like that as well.
Yeah,
And
so
you-
yeah, that is a legal action. You are allowed to do that.
Yeah. And no, Jackalope's not protecting himself at all. He's grabbing as much charge off of this round as he can.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Okay. So
Oh.
you are chewing up lead.
That shit will eat
oh my
through
God,
a
you know what?
fucking a giant grim.
God.
Oh.
This is for rule of cool reasons. I'm going to roll a d3. This is the number of successes that you just get off of this.
Holly.
You have 4 stacked successes right now.
Oh, you just fucked up your own stomach. Oh boy.
Yeah, as Jackalope drags his face back towards him, again, pure white eyes, there is nothing but unending bloodlust and rage. Like, he's exuding all of it. You remember back in the basement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's that all over again, except it's basically active. Beforehand, it was more passive. This is active. This is you will die today type bloodlust.
No.
Trippity
There's-
trip, trip.
His focus does move away from Hunter, but not in a fear sense. His eyes shoot over to Jackalope, and with a dismissive tone, he says, "Let go of my face before I rip off your hand and shove it so far down your throat that they are fishing your rings from your ass."
Hey, you're supposed to direct that towards me.
Jackalope's response is countermeasure 3. Railgun tank. Explosive charge. Detonation 353.
Ooh.
2 kilometers out.
Boy.
Oh, Jack.
He, rather than showing you any form of due respect, Kamael rolls his eyes at you.
Oh!
Jackalope isn't paying attention. As Jackalope's other hand rears back, I'm sorry, Major. I can't control it anymore. As just a screech comes from Jack, as he's just gonna bear down full semblance and all into this guy's head.
Okay. So you're going to make your strength roll, and we're going to add on 4 additional successes, it sounds like.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. So you have 4 degrees of success.
Yep.
You total up. Okay, his personal skill activates. The chances of him passing this are actually so genuinely low. Well, you know what? Let's talky more rolly.
One,
In the end-
2, 1, 2. Wow, that's net 0.
Actually, he has
That's
5
the-
ranks in strength.
Oh,
The first
shit.
5 dice are there. So that is actually a net 1 versus a net 4. A difference of 3. In your case, because they're guaranteed bonuses, it isn't as powerful as a raw critical, but you get a discount critical off of this because of the difference. So you're going to roll 2d6, and you're going to multiply, and we're going to multiply it by 1.5. It's worth noting, of course, this is your first turn of 2.
And this is multiplied by what?
1.5. Okay. We round down 13 points of damage right into his jaw. Let's see. He was at 31 plus 3, 34. So that's 47. He's at 47 points of damage taken throughout the fight thus far. Where are you punching him again?
Oh, it's straight. It's basically trying to rip his head off with another punch.
Okay. As the blow lands, it impacts hard, and rather than knocking the head off, there's a snapping sound as his head swings backwards, not having enough neck to stabilize properly, as the back of his skull impacts against his spine at an inhuman angle, as the red miasma just erupts out of the hole through his neck.
Yep. And while his head is backwards, Jackalope just bounces up almost and just takes his head and slams it into the ground as hard as he can.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a strength with a bonus die.
Jeez.
Okay, that is... so that would be 1 degree of success.
What the fuck?
Well...
What the fuck?
How?
So-
What?
Yeah, so that is his resistance roll. Or
No.
resistance,
What's the
his
plus
endurance
for?
roll. The plus, those are his bonus dice because he rolls to match whatever someone else does thanks to his personal
Oh
skill.
yeah, okay, that looks much better. Damn.
Yeah, that way we can very easily differentiate it, so I'm not rolling like 6d6 and we get confused on where it begins and ends. So ultimately, that is 3 degrees of success. Yeah, 3 degrees of success versus your 1 degree of success, which means that you are 1 point shy. You just managed to avoid getting crit. So without the crit response, I'm going to have you roll 1d3 damage on this one. Damn.
Fair enough.
You slam his head down. It ends up impacting hard against the ground. And from the perspective that you're at, with his face driven into the ground, like his nose piercing into it, as you press his chest down onto his own head, it's clear he didn't take that much damage from the second attack, but the angle his head is sitting at means that there is something really messed up after that first hit.
Oh.
And Jackalope's just gonna rear up his fist for another.
Okay. As you rear that up, having made both fear attacks for those turns, there's just a shift as you can hear his voice not coming from his own mouth, but there's a shift in his torso as a mouth appears in it. And he says, "Enough." His hand surges outwards, and it's going to be speed versus... No, this is going to be dex versus dex, actually. Unless you wanted to run away. But I don't think that you want to run away.
Jackalope isn't thinking anymore. It's just pure instinct running right now.
Okay, yeah. So then... Not bad. That's 0, but that's not negative. 46, that means that he is rolling. Okay.
God damn.
Oh.
Yeah,
With
Sin,
his-
you probably shouldn't have said for him to reload, because now this isn't
Yeah.
going well.
His hand surges out and proceeds to latch onto your throat. He doesn't focus on dealing damage explicitly, as he instead... you feel the miasma around you solidify, and he throws you bodily onto Hunter.
Oh,
Hunter, you are currently prone, which means you will end up losing 1 dice on your roll, but you can roll speed to try to dodge. No, you explicitly told me earlier that you did not have the energy to move anymore.
Nope, he does not.
I react?
He'll endure unless she's able to move.
Now you have your reactions. That's correct. If you use your dex, then you could use. If you make a dex roll for your semblance, you could potentially avert this.
Yeah, I would like to. I don't want him
Okay.
to die. Oh.
Oh,
The attempt was made, but it wasn't enough.
I tried.
yeah,
Now
just
I
don't
am-
do what he does best and just endure the shit.
Yeah, go ahead and make a flat endurance roll.
All right.
1 degree of success. Okay. You are one lucky son of a witch. You know that? You're at 29 out of 30 points of damage right now.
God damn.
Your previous round's healing is literally what kept you from being taken out. Nice. That's all I can really say. Jackalope will also roll endurance to establish whether or not he takes much damage. 1 degree of success. Okay, so with the -1, 2 damage again. Jack, you
And he
take 2
gets the
points.
charge?
Wait, hold on. It's because, hold on, no, I need to add 1 to that, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I keep forgetting that my endurance is affected whenever something is trying to do damage.
Ah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Oh,
need to
boy.
re-roll then.
Yeah.
It's just a standard 1d6.
And then with his semblance as well.
Oh, wait. No. It's a bonus die. We don't count ones on bonus dice, so
Oh,
you'd still
that's
only
right.
take the 2 points of damage.
Then does he get any charge from it?
Oh, Jack, roll 1d6. Yes, so you get charge. It pushes you up to the neck. Previously, you had those extra points left over. You're now
Yeah.
back up to a full charge.
And I have 2 extra.
So, with that, he is going to stand up and just kind of grab his head, wrench it upwards.
God.
Just going to take a slow, deep breath. The miasma is now around. It's covered the entire floor of the room. Is all the way up to your ankles, ankles to mid calf area. Just takes a slow, deep breath. Tries to contain the rage inside of him. I have clearly made an error in judgment in coming here so soon, in treating you as ants to be crushed. I am willing to make you a simple offer. He's going to reach into his side, pull out that honey badger we mentioned before, and pops its head like a grape.
Oh,
My goodness.
All I want right now is that one. And he points to Katie. Everyone else can walk away. They can leave. I'll pretend that I did not ever blight my own time and existence with your presence. All of it wiped away clean. I just take her, and I take her broken body, and I walk away. You all have a chance to recover.
Hunter groans softly as, Jackalope has now rolled off of him. And he slowly raises up his hand and he goes, "Hey, buddy." He raises his middle finger. "Fuck you." Take the
Is this
offer,
sentiment-
shove it up your ass, pull it out of that hole I gave you, shove it in the other hole, shove it out of your mouth, and then lick it and shove it back down.
Yeah.
Is this sentiment shared by the remainder of your team?
Jackalope is just kind of sitting there, eyes wide. Only an idiot would fight humans. Because we are masters of war. You dumb motherfucker. I can't wait to drown you in your people's blood.
I see.
Oh my gosh.
Goddamn.
My prayers fall on deaf ears once again, as I am surrounded by filth and heresy.
You shouldn't
you
have
know
shot first,
what?
dipshit.
You're right. I should have tried to speak with a bunch of godless fucking heathens. But you know what? He reaches up to his own thing. He digs his hands into his own chest and he lets out a roar and rips out chunks of his own ribs and throws them to the ground. Now let me go ahead and
Jesus.
11
my
points of
gosh.
damage. Kamael just dealt 11 points of damage.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
You put it together.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yep. Damage dealt to any target by Kamael is also dealt to a damned character.
40
There-
damage.
Yeah, at 40, Sin, you lose consciousness as there's now more red than usual, seeping into your outfit.
Fuck you.
No.
He
Hunter!
does not stop there, as he then shoves his hand wrist deep into his own torso, and then gets ready to rip even more of his own body apart in order to
God.
kill Hunter.
I'm gonna activate the timed bomb.
All right.
Is it
As
next to him?
As the explosion goes off, I'm going to roll his endurance, which is only 3d6 thanks to his second phase.
Oh my god.
Come on.
Someone punk kicked that motherfucker into his chest.
The explosion goes off, and as it does, you hear him. Before more wrenching of broken stone and carving flesh. We're going to roll 1d6 for the explosive damage on him. Not very much. And we are going to roll 2d6 more. 9 more
Oh
points
my
of damage.
god.
You're at 49. Or
Oh,
as he continues raucously laughing and forcing himself up to his feet as he looks over the rest of the group, his hands stained in his own white ichor, his blood pouring out, surrounded by red, just miasma pouring from his entire body as he spreads his arms wide. You should have taken the chance to run. As the energy is going to pour off him even more, the red beginning to overtake even larger chunks of the room, rising up to around waist level as we end this session for the week.
Hunter just got fucked.
oh man. I was gonna be like, no, Katie summoned the badger. Go.
Katie, lick him. Make
No,
him feel
okay,
so
maybe-
uncomfortable. He dies.
Maybe we'd be able to get out of it if we like extend the aura strand for a long time, you know? Then it won't like be connected anymore if you
God.
run.
Yeah. Now, I have to head out because I have work in the morning
Holy
because they gave me an
crap.
opening shift. But real quick, I would like to know, what were folks' favorite parts of this session? We'll lead with Lynn. What was your favorite part?
I liked it when it started great.
I
don't like where we are.
One.
Yeah, that was
Pretty tasty.
uh
I
Hunter.
liked that one. 'Cause
Yeah, I think everyone did but him.
I liked when you wasted that triple sick. That was nice.
God, just the sequence of a great roll amongst so many terrible ones, only to get it wasted. Wow.
I think it really like set the tone as like he started off really badly, but then like he flippin'
He's
just
turning that around.
took it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked casting vicious mockery. And like hearing his responses were great.
Yeah. That was it's really fun to do a character like that. And just
what
like
they'll
off the cuff
say
responses.
about your organs.
Honestly, I've never gotten so giddy from being so horribly insulted before.
And Jackalope, what's your favorite moment from this session?
The moment Sin said reload, because that's when it all went downhill.
Oh, no.
I was like, there's no way. That would just be a funny joke. And your Corn's like, yeah, no, that's not how that works. But I'll do it anyways.
Here's the thing, Roll20 is extremely glitchy to begin
Yeah.
with. So
God.
literally reloading can actually make things better for some weird reason.
Oh my god, that fucked us so hard. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
That fucked
I
me
like how-
most up.
Yeah, you're the one who's nearly dead and or dead at this point, so...
I'm fucking 49 out, probably 50 or 60 health or some shit. I barely... My aura has just... God.
Wow.
Alright.
Well, glad
That's not.
it was good. Yeah. Next week the fight's probably not going to take the whole session because y'all are. He wasn't
If
even
it
supposed to
does,
get
I'm
into his
gonna be
second phase in
very
the first
sad.
place. Oh, if the fight goes on for an entire session next round, then Hunter, your character might actually die.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're like not in a good position.
Because I really got fucked by that first hit. Just 14
Yeah.
damage, he crumbled. He hasn't moved since.
Yeah.
Shit.
Fucking bomb.
I wish that the timed bomb would have been able to distract him from what he was doing, but fuck, dude.
But then he rolled those double sixes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Only so much we
That's
can
it.
do. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, feel free to hit that follow button if you guys have not already. Go check out some of our other channels, some of our other content that we do via that socials link there. There's a website. We also have a Discord. That Discord has all of our different videos that we do on a monthly basis now, as well as events for all the videos that we do within the month. Tomorrow, we're going to be playing more Monster Hunter Rise and seeing how far we can get. We did all the 1-star hunts last time we did it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. Yeah, 3 weeks ago because last week was a heat wave. And so hopefully we'll be doing all the 2 stars this week. So we'll see all of you guys later. Have a good night. Bye.
Auf
Bye.
Wiedersehen.
Arrivederci.
Bye bye.